So I have arrived out here at Earthkeepers composting, curbside compost pickup, and one of the employees or volunteers is messaging the owner to see if it's cool if I can film and kind of poke around. But we got a pretty cool setup here. Anyway, so we're gonna see what's up, poke around a bit, and talk to some people if we can. All right. Okay, so she spoke with the owner. His name's Ryan. He's somewhere around here, busy doing something, but she said he'd be over here in a minute to speak with us and show us around, so that'll be pretty cool. I got some pretty good stuff going on here. This greenhouse looks like it's growing all sorts of yummies, all sorts of goodies. So anyway, I imagine, and we got the chicks back there, chickens running around, roosters. Pretty cool setup they have out here. So yeah, so check back in when Ryan comes around. Looks like this is I can't tell if this is pile of compost. Looks like we have a bunch of feed in there, probably old chicken feed, all sorts of good stuff. All right, we'll check back in whenever this gentleman wants to speak with us. Do some looking around. Okay, part 3 of our compost adventure vlog here. Spoke with the owner, Ryan, really cool dude. He asked his wife if we could film, and she said that she would rather we not. I guess they're kind of a boutique operation, and they've had some people poking around, sort of trying to see what they're doing, and they're kind of, I guess you could say, they're wanting to corner the market, the local market, as far as compost goes, and providing home farming people with their black gold for their little backyard gardens and stuff. So we had a nice chat though, really cool dude, good people. They're kind of just concerned about trade secrets getting out. But he did point me in the direction of IU Bloomington has a compost facility here. So I'm in the parking lot of the IU Foundation right now. They said it was behind the golf course, which is right over there. So I'm going to zero in on this place, and they'll definitely be a little more open about what we can see and talk about what we're doing. But we did have a cool conversation just about reducing shocks to the system, taking all the nutrients out of the land from planting the same crops over and over again, and how the compost actually is, it's giving more back to the earth than we're taking from it. We touched a little bit on permaculture. He knows the professor of the course that I'll be taking here at IU Bloomington next semester, and so he said you're going to learn a lot. It's a really good stuff. Rhonda, the professor, she's an expert, so I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, but I'm going to find this IU compost, and then we'll see what's up. All right. Okay, I think we're in business. Ryan over at Earthkeepers pointed me in this direction. I think I found it. It's the landscaping services here at IU Bloomington, tucked in back behind our golf course. And looks like we've got some greenhouses here, some other stuff going on back there. So he said this is where they do the composting for IU. So I'm gonna go knock on the door over here and see if we can find who's in charge and See if it's cool if we poke around. Okay. Checked inside the office there. Nobody's home, so these guys must be all out doing their thing. Let's see if we got anybody in here. Hello? Nope. Alright, well, we're just gonna go poke around a little bit then. It's always easier to ask for forgiveness than to ask for permission. Oh, here we go. Here comes somebody. Alright. Okay, well, I guess that guy's not too concerned about me being here. He just kept on going about his business. So, got some greenhouses here. Not too sure what we got going on over here. Maybe this is the compost, I think. Let's see. Yep. Pretty flowers. Lots of pretty flowers. Alright. Curious. I think we're on to something. This really is tucked back in here. So there's the greenhouses we were looking at before back there. And I'm seeing piles of mulch or what could be compost. So, and there does appear to be some folks over here. So I'm gonna go ahead and walk over here and see if maybe we can get some answers. All right, let's see what's up. All right, I'm here with Ben, and what we have here behind us. All right, so what are we looking at back here?
This is just the area where they create compost. They bring dirt and plants and just debris from different jobs. They put it all together and it mixes and mixes, and as it decomposes, it turns into a rich soil, which is known as compost.
Sweet. And so where do you guys generally use that compost?
We usually will reuse it like in flower beds, different things, because it's nutrient rich.
Right.
I'm actually a groundskeeper, so I wouldn't know as much as the nursery guys would, but I know that that's what they do with it. And the wood chips from trees and stuff that we cut down, they have chippers, turn that to chips, and we can reuse that as mulch or
And that's
whatever.
a mountain of them.
Yeah.
So would you be opposed if I just poked around a little bit and got just like a closer look? I won't go mountain climbing or anything. Is that cool?
Yeah, a quick one, you know.
All right, sure.
I don't know what the university would, I mean, you go to school here, so
Yeah.
I'm sure it's fine. So yeah, it's
All right.
fine.
Okay, cool. All right, thanks, Ben.
Yep.
All right. All right, let's go get a closer look here. So we are at IU Bloomington's compost area, and he's like, it's pretty empty now. So, I mean, just imagine this whole area just filled with compost. So here we go. Looks like we've got like old plant food and not so much in the way of like food, but all right, cool. Stuff from the old flower beds. All right. And like, look at that huge pile of wood chips. Well, I know where to go if I need any wood chips. So this is where Ryan said he got his wood chips for his operation over there at Earthkeepers. Said these guys gave him a hand because they obviously have quite the surplus. And so here's all these old, looks like they're just taken out of their, I mean, they still have the shape of being in the pot. So this is how IUB deals with it. So they take all of their old potted plants, flowers, stuff like that. And if you've ever been here, you probably have seen, you know, all the pretty flowers that are at the gates right there on Kirkwood entering the IUB campus. So they use this soil for operations like that, not so much for growing food or anything. But so this is it. Wow, I can't believe I found this place. But what do we got here? An old flower bulb. So that's pretty cool. Definitely good use for this stuff. And yeah. See what this pile's talking about. That really just seems like soil. But, I don't know. It's not smoking, so you know, if you just leave this stuff smoldering with actual like combustibles in it, food, etc., this stuff would maybe be smoking, you know. If it gets really hot on the inside, that's why it's got to be all churned around. So there it is, IUB's compost. And they definitely did not make it easy to find. You would have to have the inside scoop like I got from Ryan over there at Earthkeepers to get back here. So not quite as cool as the operation he had going on. They were doing the vermicomposting and all that sort of stuff, but they were ultimately opposed to me filming, unfortunately. And so what we have here is just mulch. So this is IUB's landscaping services. And that was nice of Ben to let us poke around. So there you have it. We managed to track down the composting services for IU Bloomington's campuses. Not really a lot to see there. Like I said, not as complex or as cool as the operation Ryan and his wife had going on over there at Earthkeepers. And it would have been nice to get back there and actually see some stuff, but he said they've had like other towns poking around and people wanting to sort of like, I guess, see their trade secrets, or, you know, they see girls out running around carrying buckets and they're like, hey, I want that, you know, I want that business. And it's kind of what he was saying. And so they're trying to keep a lid on everything, and that's their game, and they don't want people hustling in on their territory. So business is business, you know, that's cool, but they're still really good people, really cool folks out there. And once things start calming down with this virus stuff, he says they're going to need help at some of their booths and stuff like that, sustainability minded people. So I volunteered to help them do that. And we got to talking about, you know, the positive effects this has on the environment. And then not only is it good for the soil, but it also helps with the water quality. You know, we've been having issues with water quality runoff from the crops going into Lake Monroe from using all these different fertilizers and stuff. And then the outcome from that is you start getting these different types of algae that start popping up in the water. And this was an organization called Friends of Lake Monroe. They're the ones that deal with this stuff. So it also helps to combat things like that. So composting and even applying it on agricultural levels, like larger levels, is what helps what helps with that. And so we're avoiding shocks to the system, because that's a shock to the system, right? Like your dog can't go jump in the lake, or it's gonna get sick, possibly die. I remember going in the lake once and there was a red algae warning, and I had scratches on my legs and stuff from hiking and everything, and I remember those scratches puffed up really bad, like I had been scratched by a cat, like they were infected, and later figured out there was one of these algae warnings. So yeah, that stuff is no bueno. So also composting helps deal with shocks like that to the earth, you know, or to like mitigate those issues. So yeah, we covered a lot of that stuff, and I think that's about it for our little field trip to, oh wow, there's a hawk or an eagle. Our little field trip to IUB's compost. And over here we can actually, let's go visit some of the plants that are going to be growing inside that compost. Why don't we do that? The house is looking pretty empty right now, but you can see we've got some pretty stuff growing here. So these are like little plants and flowers that'll be sprinkled around all throughout campus, and wow, those are beautiful. The stuff over there smells really good in here too. So our compost will be helping keep these things nice and healthy while they live their happy little plant lives somewhere on IU campus here in Bloomington. And we've got a couple more of these greenhouses here. One of them was just booked full of all sorts of pretty stuff. And we've got things here again, not a whole lot to look at. Let's check out what's behind door number 3. Oh yeah, here we go. So this is IU Bloomington Landscape Services, and yeah, it was not listed anywhere that there was compost operations going on here, but you know, they're pretty minimal at best. I mean, you saw what I saw. It wasn't very elaborate or high tech by any means, but we did get our opportunity to actually go dig around in a compost pile. I really would have liked to check out the vermicompost operation they had going on out there at Earthkeepers over there at Ryan's, but you know, well, what are we gonna do? Anyway, so I hope this will suffice, and now I am off to film field trip number 2 for our social aspect on sustainability. So I hope you enjoyed our little vlog here, our little video blog on composting, and yeah, so till next time.